Hi mom friends. So I've had a lot of people ask me about car rides and my car ride hacks. At least once a year, if not twice a year, I take my kids and my husband and I, and we go across country to go see my family, and they live 1,000 miles away, and so we have 2 8-hour days. And so I have a lot of tips and tricks on how to help make the car ride easier when you're traveling with young kids. So to get started, I'm going to talk about what there's some basic things you need in the car, and then I'm going to transition into toys that you'll need in the car, and then I'm going to end with toys you didn't know you had in the car. So let's get started. First of all, even though you're packing for a long trip, you still need to pack your basic diaper bag. You want to have an extra set of clothes, an extra diapers, just your basic diaper bag, everything that you normally need. Just keep it handy in the front seat of the car, because you don't want to go digging through all of your stuff to get what you need for when you're at a gas station. So basic diaper bag, extra intros, all that stuff. You need extra wipes. Even though you have wipes in the diaper bag, you want wipes in the front seat, in the back seat. I had a pack of these. I think I had 3 packs throughout the entire car when we traveled to my parents' house last time. Lots and lots and lots and lots of wipes. If you have a toddler who is potty trained, I recommend that you still put them in pull-ups, because when you're traveling, you never know when you're going to get stuck in traffic or anything. So even if they're potty trained, I would recommend to just say, just for a fun time, just to keep them in pull-ups. And if they keep their pull-up dry the entire car ride, give them a prize. Take them to Dollar Tree, let them pick out something. A roll of paper towels. You're always gonna need these. Just keep them in the front seat underneath your feet. You're gonna need a rag of some kind of just junky rag, because spills happen. You spilled your Coke, just a junky rag. Lots of Walmart sacks. Have just a bag of Walmart sacks ready for those people diapers. Lots of trash. Just keep a constant trash bag the entire time. You want like at least 20 Walmart sacks. So many Walmart sacks. You want your sippy cups to be pre-filled. And what I mean by this is either you're going to have 4 sippy cups that are completely full with juice ready to go. And I'm talking about 4 for like 2 kids, if you have, and ready to go. Or what you can do is you can pre-fill one and then get, some apple juice come in those little small like apple juice bottles. They fit perfectly in a sippy cup. So if you just get like one of those packs of 6 of the small apple juice containers, each one of those will fit perfectly into the sippy cup, and it's a lot easier to do while you're driving than get out the big bottle of sippy cups, or a big bottle of apple juice. Next, you're gonna want your snack bag. And what's important about the snack wrap bag is that the snack bag is easy to go. It's easy to get. Chewy bars, super simple, hand them to your kids, moving on. The little Welch's snack packs, easy to go. For me, I like to individual bag goldfish so that they're all ready to go. I know that they have those pre-packaged ones, but I'm cheap and I don't have time for that. And I have time for that. They're cheap. I'm cheap and I like to just pre-package them. And you can even like do like about 5, and it just keeps them entertained enough to have a snack for a little bit. You could also pre-package pretzels. My kids really like when we do those pre-packaged yogurt. You just have to be really, really, really careful with the pre-packaged yogurt, because it can get very messy very quickly. Next, I know a lot of people like to have those little trays that go over the car seat. Well, again, I'm cheap. So what I did this last time is I grabbed a cookie sheet. And so what I did is I put the cookie sheet in front of my son, and so he was able to play with whatever he wanted to. So that kind of transitions me in to my next segment about toys. Dollar Tree is your best friend. Dollar Tree is your best friend. Dollar Tree is your best friend. So I went to Dollar Tree because we're about to take a trip, and I got all these brand new books. And there's a animal book, there's a alphabet book. And you give them a new book and it's like, oh look, we got a new book. It's so exciting. Dollar Tree also has these cute little flashcards that you can get them. And yes, they're going to go all over your floor, but it keeps them entertained for a little bit. Maybe you can hand them like one every minute and it keeps them entertained for 36 minutes. That's a big deal on a long car trip. These water reveal books. Oh my gosh. These are so amazing. You need to own these if you do not own them already. They come with a holder for the pen. And the pen has water in it. You put water in it, so it's important to fill this up before you leave for your car trip. And then they color on this, and it reveals itself, and then you can use it again. That's the key part. You can use it again. It's so important. It's so great. We have so many water reveal books, and you can tell my kids even like ripped it off. So I don't have a holder for that. Also, with the coloring things, these Color Blast books, they're not reusable, but they're mess-free. So to be able to have just the marker in the front, and they hold the marker, and they color it, and they have plenty of like coloring pages to color, it's great because it's not going to get marker on your car. Next, we have just getting some of these like party favors for the kids. Like this one's a pack of 4. So for 25 cents a piece, I have these cute little airplanes that my kids can play with for a little while. Next I have I have 2 toddlers, obviously. So I have these 2 dry Etch-a-Skates board. What are they called? Etch-a-Skates board? Sure, that thing. But they're just great. They're just something for them to play with. And what I did was a little bit of a hack. This one, the pen wasn't attached, which I think all toddler toys, your things should be attached, otherwise you lose them. So I took tape and string and I attached the little pencil to the board so that it doesn't get lost in the car. Ta-da! So my next thing is pipe cleaners. You never know what the kids will do with these. Again, they're at the Dollar Tree and there's 45 pieces, so you can do a lot with them. Or again, hand them to them one every other hour or every 10 minutes as a prize, and they can like build something over time. My next one are coloring. So if you have an older kid and can be responsible, this is where your cookie sheet comes into play, where you can put your cookie sheet down and they can color. Dollar Tree has all kinds of coloring books for $1, and then they can dump out their crayons on their coloring sheet, and they can have it all together, and they can just start coloring like crazy, and it's all a good time. However, if you have children like mine that are younger, they have a tendency to lose their crayons in the car, and I don't like my crayons being lost in the car. So I've created this mom hack where what I did was I attached the crayons to the books. So I have, you can see how it's done. I have a little baggie that I taped to the front so they can all go in there so it looks kind of nice and neat so while you're traveling. But when they have it, they take their crayons out, and their crayons are attached to their coloring book, so they can't lose them when they're in the car, which is super crucial. They kind of get a little tangled the way I did this, but you can just do 1 crayon if you don't want to do 4. And that way they have them all there, and they don't get lost in the car. Next, if you're traveling at night, I beg of you, get a pack of glow sticks. It'll be the best time of your kid's life. They think that the glow sticks in the car are just so much fun, and they just enjoy it so much. They think it's super cool to be like in the car and they're in the dark and they get to have their glow sticks. The other thing that I don't have pictured because I didn't find any are the window stickers from Dollar Tree. To be able to put stickers on anything for a toddler is a lot of fun, and for them to be able to put stickers on your car window really makes it interesting and fun. So things you didn't know you had that were toys in your car. Straws. When you go through a drive-thru, ask for a couple extra straws and let your kids just play with them. They like to pretend like they're trumpets. They like to bite them. They like to pretend like they're drumsticks and drum a little bit. I don't know. Kids like straws. They're just, I don't know. And another thing that you didn't realize that you had is probably a water bottle and some sort of plasticware. Now I know what you're thinking, this looks absolutely crazy, but one time my kids were screaming bloody murder in the back of the car and none of my toys would do them any good. So I took a plastic spoon, I broke it up, I put it in a water bottle, and I said, here, you have a maraca. And this was the favorite toy for the entire trip from then on out, was they wanted their maracas. And then what was cool was that later in the night when they had their glow sticks, I put their glow sticks in the water bottle and their whole water bottle, the empty water bottle glue, or glowed. We put the glow sticks in the water bottle and it was super cool for them to see it all lit up. So that's my one of, I'm really stumbling on my words now. My water bottle and your maraca that you didn't realize that you had. I say the best for last because it's my favorite one that I made up myself. If you get a pencil box and then go to the Dollar Tree and they have Lego sets and they have these little plates, the Lego plates. What I did was I broke it apart, didn't quite fit, and I hot glued it to the bottom of a pencil box. And then my son had a little place to play Legos while we were driving. And then when they fell into the box. And all of these Legos stayed in his little box. And I didn't have to worry about him getting on the floor or anything. And he played with these Legos for hours. I hope you appreciated my car trip hacks. If you have any questions, please drop me a comment. I would love to share any funny stories or experiences with you, any other tips that you might have. More importantly than anything is just have fun with your kids. Understand there's gonna be times where it's gonna be stressful and it's gonna be hard, but take pictures and laugh about it because you are creating memories. Some of the best memories we have are of us trying to find a park and getting lost and we didn't find a park, so we found a parking lot that was empty, and so we had a picnic in a parking lot and the kids ran around the parking lot and they didn't know any different. They just thought it was fun just to get out and run around. So don't be afraid of just embracing the chaos and embracing that time of just silliness and the times where they get food all over the car. Take pictures, laugh, and grab a box of tissues too and just have fun with everything and try to make it as enjoyable as you can, and never underestimate the power of a good TV show or a movie for them. That's always good too. If you can get a good hour and a half of silence, that's pretty great. Good luck.